Imagine if instead of leg day, it was called freak day. And instead of hitting legs, you hit level 10 gyats. Would you be more inclined to go? I feel like I've made this joke before. I don't know. That format of joke has been something that I've been doing a little too much lately, every single day. But we got legs today. As always, the pre-gym preparation has been set. I woke up a little while earlier, had a bunch of oatmeal, so plenty of carbs, and drank plenty of water. So we are all set, and of course we're well rested. So I don't see how this leg day could go anywhere but perfectly. As always, hamstrings first, and then really hone in on quads today. I'm feeling like getting a good quad day pump. I mean, every leg day I'm gunning for it, but today I really want to push it. The spring fling is happening today. I think today is going to be the peak. So the parking situation is going to be pretty unfortunate. Yesterday they had the entire parking lot like blocked off. So the only way that I was able to get in was by moving a barrier and getting in. And if little old me is going to do it, you can bet your bottom and top dollar that every dude that wants to go get drunk, not that I'm like talking down about it. I don't mean it like that. It's a fucking Saturday. What else are you going to do? But every dude who wants to go, they're going to move the barrier. So shit, I might be out of luck. The biggest thing I'm worried about with the parking situation whenever there are like events going on is, if the gym parking lot is full, the next closest parking spots are the ones by City Hall. And those fill up first. So people move on from City Hall parking lot to my gym parking lot. So if both of those are full, my options are all parking like across a busy street and then playing Frogger to try to make it to the gym. And I'm not very interested in doing that. Plus the gym parking lot has cameras, so in the off chance that my car gets broken into, I'm covered. But after the gym today, I'm pretty excited. Me and the girlfriend and her family, we're going to this Mediterranean restaurant. And there's a reason, a lifting related reason that I mentioned this. But I've heard raving reviews about their lamb shawarma. And of course, I'm going to dig in. I kept breakfast pretty light. Lunch, I'm just going to have like a protein shake just so I can really go all out for dinner. So point number one there is if you're planning on going out for dinner and you're on a cut, it can be pretty beneficial for you to kind of plan out your, like, the order of your meals. Because I know I'm going out, I'm keeping it light. I'm trying to keep as many calories in reserve as I can. Just so I can eat more of what I want while still hitting my macros for the day. But point number two, and this is one I really want to hit on, is when you're on a cut, it can be really difficult to track the macros when you go to like a non-chain restaurant. Cause like if you go to Longhorn or Red Lobster or whatever, you can find their nutrition facts online. It's super easy. But if you want to go to a like family-owned restaurant, and those are the good ones, they don't have the nutrition labels like readily available for you. And you can always like eyeball it. If you've been like tracking your macros for a while, you kind of get a good idea of how many ounces something is just by looking at it. But I don't trust like that. So to mitigate this, I'm bringing my scale with me. And I think that's just a solid tip is if you're planning on going out somewhere like that, bring a scale with you. You might get some looks, but I mean, who really cares? The point is for you to maintain all of your proper preparations to keep your cut going. So if that means bringing a scale and asking them to put the meat on a separate plate for you to weigh, why the hell not? I've done this plenty of times, and it's never a big deal. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna get a big heaping of lamb, or a heaping helping of lamb, but I shouldn't be focusing on that right now. We should be focusing on lift. But because I don't expect the gym to be like busy at all, in fact, I think it probably will be empty. I foresee a good amount of in the gym recording. So hopefully I can take you guys along with me for hamstrings as well as quads. The hamstring stuff is just like, it's in the middle of the gym. So no matter where I set the recording, it's kind of going to record like everybody nearby. And I don't want to like make people feel self-conscious or something because they might be in my recording. So I tend to avoid recording in the areas that have like high traffic. But plan is warm up, and then a variety of laying hamstring curls and seated hamstring curls. And then what I'm most excited for is finishing with some RDLs. Last leg day I did RDLs, and oh my God, they killed my hamstrings. It felt amazing. Like after you get a really solid hamstring pump, like to the point where you can't really bend your leg back, just because of how engorged your hamstrings are, doing a stretching movement like that and being really slow and meticulous on the way down, it's insane. It is actually crazy. So I'm pretty excited to hit that. For the RDL specifically, I don't really like doing like barbell RDLs or free barbell RDLs. It just doesn't really feel like my lower back comes into play a little too much. And the same goes with dumbbell RDLs. But I find that if I set up on the Smith machine, that like fixed position of the bar really helps. I don't have to worry about balancing myself as much. I just have to worry about stretching out the hamstrings. And then for quads today, I think it'll be a little more of the same. Leg extensions and sissy squats. And if it feels good, maybe I'll do some weighted sissy squats. I don't know. We'll just have to see when we get in there. But, I am rapidly encroaching on the gym. I've got to figure out this parking situation. So I will see you guys once I'm in there.
Oh, man. 3 sets of heavy leg press done. Now we got single leg extension. Oh, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm cramping. Whew. Oh, I think some sissy squats would probably do it. Oh man. Oh my God.
Holy shit. That was a great fucking leg day. We've kind of been on a roll here with how good these workouts have been, man. I can't ask for anything more than that. I know I said that there might be some hamstring footage, but the gym wasn't busy. But, you know, where there were people, it was all by the hamstring. So that's okay. I'm sure you can use your imagination. Fuck. Everything felt great. Did a bunch of various leg curls. And then finished with RDLs. It's fucking perfect. As for quads, man, I decided to do leg press. Which I normally don't do leg press. Cause in the past, it's like kind of tweaked my legs. Like the, what's it called? The tensor fascia latae. It always like tweaked that and make it feel very like tender. But today, it felt fucking phenomenal. Genuinely amazing. So we did 3 sets of heavy leg press, followed by a bunch of leg extension. You got to see a little bit of that. Sissy squats, and I called it there. Oh my God. Fucking great. So the gym wasn't packed, but by God, parking lot was full. That spring fling thing is no joke. Everybody's there. It is loud as hell, so much traffic, and a lot of suicidal pedestrians. So more power to them. But man, I'm not a fan of like those big, like crowded, events where everything's like super overpriced and like, it's just not my bag. Uh, it is not fun. Oh man. Um, where I was doing leg extension, and even laying hamstring curls, it's kind of near like the front window. My gym has like big shop windows, and there are like tons of people walking by. Um, and I felt like a zoo animal because everybody would walk by and they just kind of like stare at me. I was like, man, this must be what it's like to be like a chimp in those exhibits with the thick glass. But uh, hopefully, I inspired somebody out there. Seeing how good that leg pump was, hopefully one of them was like, man, I gotta get like that. I gotta start doing that. But uh, not too much left to discuss. Not many ideas in my head. Uh, the only thing on my mind right now is having some of that lamb shawarma. I am fucking hungry, and I'm very excited. Uh, so I guess my last little tidbit here is people tend to skip people tend to skip their leg days. I don't know why. Like, well, I mean, a part of me kind of understands because leg days are fucking hard. To get a really good leg day, like you really, it's both the most physically and mentally straining, like, day of any split. So it can be pretty daunting, but the feeling of satisfaction and like seeing the leg pump after the fact, that should be enough to motivate you to do it. Uh, I saw this one dude on TikTok, and don't get me wrong, the guy is fucking shredded. Like, if you put me and him next to each other and you asked which one is the most muscular, you'd probably say him because he is shredded. The dude is like easily 15% body fat or something. As opposed to me, I'm like in the mid to low 30s. So I'm wide. I've got like good proportionality, but I don't have like the feathering or the vascularity or anything. But the one difference, the one thing that you would say is, yeah, he's got bigger legs. Because this guy was gloating about how he skips leg days. He said that he hasn't done leg day in like over a year or two. And like upper body wise, the guy is fucking phenomenal. Like kudos to him because he looks great. But then you look at his legs, and you're like, what the fuck? How is he like carrying himself? How is the sheer weight of his upper body not crushing his knees? Uh, I'm not saying this to make fun of the guy because the dude's shredded. Uh, but a big part of the like aesthetic that we're all chasing after is having that proportionality. I think it's a lot more impressive to see a guy who's relatively big. You can tell he's a lifter and he's got well proportioned legs in comparison to his upper body, as opposed to somebody like that who's super lean, super shredded, really well developed, but he doesn't have any legs. It's just a lot more impressive to me. So do your legs, do yourself a favor, hit leg day, and gaslight yourself into really loving it. If you can trick yourself into being squat pilled, I think you'll be better for it. But that's all I have left to say. Hit your legs, eat well, sleep well, and you'll kill it. So I will see you guys tomorrow for chest.